Have you ever wondered how some people bounce back even stronger? Have you ever watched someone face a crazy obstacle and come out not only successful, but stronger on the other side? So you might have wondered, how do they do it? Well, today you're going to discover a little thing called mental resilience that'll help you overcome almost any obstacle. Of course, it takes practice, but by the end of this video, you'll have actionable strategies that'll help you build unshakable mental strength, allowing you to face life's challenges head on and emerge victorious. Hey there. Welcome to Life Next Level. I'm Jay. Happy to have you. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because we're all about helping frustrated, burned out adults get out of their rut and learn to grow and live a life they love through personal growth, motivation, all kinds of stuff. We're here to help you transform frustration into fulfillment. I love that one. I'm Jay again, your guide on this journey. Today, we're diving deep into mastering the art of mental resilience. Whether you're dealing with personal setbacks or professional challenges, by the end of this video, you'll have some strategies to overcome these obstacles you face, big and small. So let's talk about it. First, mental resilience didn't used to be my strong suit. Just a little background on me. In fact, obstacles and challenges just made me stop doing anything. They stressed me out, made me not want to go to work or face them in any capacity. And it really stunted my growth, to be honest. I just wanted to be on cruise control, man, like comfortable. I'd inevitably fail, even if I tried, which we're going to have to do a video on at some point because a lot of people fail because they basically try to fail and they don't even really realize it. But that's a video for another day. But because of this, I had no mental resilience. I'd already made up my mind that I'd fail. Maybe telling myself or telling yourself you're going to fail is you feel a little bit better about it. Like, I wasn't going to make it anyway. But I'll tell you the truth. At some point, I was not happy anymore. I wasn't growing, not at work, not at home, not with passions or purpose, not with women. It stunted my growth. I was a nobody. And I guess that's okay for some people. I have many friends who, I grew up in a small town, and I have many friends who went back to that small town and they want to live that lifestyle, that white picket fence, and just go to work and be with your family. And that is great. But that's not me. And I'm guessing if you're watching this, it's probably not you either. So, anyway, at some point, I decided to take on challenges. I decided to work my ass off and overcome them, learn from them, do things I was passionate about, and I did. I have a little background on that, which I can give you a little bit of, but you'll hear it throughout other videos and in my blog if you read that. I lost a couple really good friends, one that really hit me hard a while ago, and we had always grown up in small towns, but we always had bigger dreams. But of course, we fell into that small town. That's how we were raised. That's how society was there. We fell into that small town, like, just get a job and it's fine. Get a job, get a house, create a family. But when I lost him, I started looking back on all that stuff that we had talked about that we never really did or even pursued. It was just fun to talk about. And I decided I was going to do it. So I moved from my small town. I started personal training. I started helping people, grew in my career. All of a sudden I was getting opportunities from everywhere. It's just crazy how things can snowball when you just start to grow, and like mental resilience is just part of that growth, right? And we have tons of other videos out there and coming out there, or I do, to help you through this stuff. I'm doing these videos because I've been through it multiple times, and I want to give back. I want to help. So I decided to do this, and this is another thing. I would have never been able to do this 8 years ago, 5 years ago. It took me a year to put my first blog post out there, even though I thought it was good because I was scared, right? But that's what it is. Anyway, that's my catalyst, and that's kind of my story that I go into here and there. But mental resilience, y'all, is not just a buzzword, right? It's a skill that can be developed. Just like we talk about in other videos, neural pathways. Create new neural pathways in your brain. Your brain has neuroplasticity. You can create new neural pathways, create habits, and you can learn to do anything. Mental resilience is part of that. So let's talk about how to turn this frustration or your frustrations into fuel for your growth. So I will talk about a little bit, stick around to the end. I'll talk about some ways that you can just do this in everyday life, that it happens in everyday life and it's your reaction to it, right? That creates the mental resilience. So let's talk about strategies to build unbreakable mental resilience. But first things first, what exactly is mental resilience? Put simply, it's your ability to adapt well in the face of adversity, trauma, or any significant source of stress, really. It's what makes some people bounce back stronger than ever after setbacks, while others struggle to move forward. I've been both. You might be dealing with common obstacles like job stress, relationship issues, health problems. But recognizing these issues or challenges is the first step towards building resilience. Once you identify what you're up against, you can start to develop strategies to tackle them head on. So, how? One of the most effective ways, hope you don't hear the sirens in the background. Apologies for background noise sometimes. One of the most effective ways to develop mental resilience is by adopting a growth mindset, which we talk about a lot, I know, but it's huge. This means viewing any challenge not as an insurmountable obstacle and to turn away, but as opportunities for growth and learning. When you shift your perspective this way, you'll find that setbacks become less daunting and more manageable. And rather than even if you fail, you go into it with this mindset that's like, I'm going to try it. And if you fail, you know you're going to learn something from it. So it's not a failure, I always put, because failure is such like has a bad connotation, but it's not a bad thing, and we're raised to believe it is. Two, second crucial element is really self-compassion. It's so easy to be hard on yourselves. I'm sure you know that, but when things go wrong, you just beat yourself up. Practicing self-compassion means treating yourself like you treat your friend or enemy. Like we treat ourselves worse than anyone. It's crazy how the shit we talk to ourselves. Pardon my French, but man, it can get bad. And when you're down, it just beats you down even harder. Recently had a breakup with an ex, and it wasn't bad. We're still friends or whatever. But at the time, man, I was just down, and I was trying to be productive, and I couldn't even be. I had to take a day on the couch because I was just beating myself up so much. It just goes to show you it's still there, even if you acknowledge it, and you can still have hard days. But I bounce back the next day, and that's what's important. That's mental resilience. You can't be 100% all the time. So, but practice self-compassion. Treat yourself better. Treat yourself well. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding that you would treat other people with. This little shift, and I know it can be hard, but it can make a world of difference with how you handle stress, setbacks, anything. 3, build resilience through daily habits. Daily habits play a significant role in building mental resilience, like mindfulness meditation, right? Just 10 minutes a day to practice some mindfulness or breathing exercises, anything to help you reduce stress and increase your ability to stay calm under pressure, which I will tell you, mindfulness and meditation helps a ton with stress and being able to remain calm under pressure. It's huge. There are tons of apps and online resources. We talk about it on this channel a lot, that can guide you through mindfulness exercises, breathing exercises, just 10 minutes. Even if you're at work, find a room, do a 10-minute meditation or 10-minute breathing exercise. It lowers your heart rate, even lowers cholesterol. It's so good in so many levels. 4, another huge, powerful way is building a strong support network. Surround yourself with positive influences, people who lift you up and encourage you, whether it's friends, family, colleagues, networking events. Having any kind of supportive network can provide emotional stability and motivation when you're facing tough times. It all helps. So I promised a couple of real life applications. Not that those weren't real life applications, right? But there's a couple that I want to just talk about, things that happen in everyday life that by thinking of when it happens, you can start to build this mental resilience. So first, one key aspect of mental resilience is learning from your setbacks, as we kind of discussed. So, but setbacks that you may have faced today or yesterday or last weekend or this week, instead of looking at these setbacks and moving on, reflect on them, and instead of viewing them as failures, or maybe view them as failures, just know that failures are not a bad thing. Instead of just moving on and saying, that happened, analyze them, right? What went wrong? What happened? What can you learn from this experience? It's a reflective practice that not only helps you grow, but also helps you prepare for future challenges. So, write it down in a notebook if that helps. But whatever it is, think back on this week. I mean, just do this right now. Do this right after this video. Think back on this week. What were some areas that maybe you failed, or that were challenges or obstacles that you didn't overcome? Something that happened might not even be big, could have been really small. But what can you just think back, and what can you learn from it? Maybe you write it down if that helps. I know writing things down, I always write stuff down. It helps a lot, but for me personally. But yeah, and if you write it down, you could have a journal. You could write it down in a journal and then reflect back on that, even like go through that in a few weeks and see if you have encountered something similar but treated it a different way. Second, another real life application is staying committed to your goals despite any setbacks, challenges, or distractions. So life was always going to throw you curveballs, and I mean, it's inevitable. some at work, some at home, some you can foresee, some you can't, some just come out of left field. But staying focused on your long and short term goals and being adaptable in your approach will help you navigate this through any tough time more effectively, especially going forward. And that doesn't mean you can't take a day off here and there. Don't get me wrong, but what it means is because something happened, don't necessarily just stop doing it for 3 weeks. It's kind of like when I was a personal trainer, people fall off the bandwagon because like something happens in life, or they maybe kind of go crazy for a weekend and they don't do any workout and they eat like shit, and then they come back on Monday and they're like, well, I've already failed. So they don't jump back. They don't jump back to it. And my thing is, we're always going to have days, weekends, things are always going to come up, unexpected or expected. The key is just jump back to it the next day. So huge, so huge. And don't beat yourself up. We're all going to have setbacks. Hey, I went when going through my breakup not long ago, I went a little over a week without working out. I was eating like shit. I had to just pick myself back up. I shouldn't have went that long, but I did. And you know what? I don't beat myself up over it. It happens, right? So just be adaptable in your approach when you're on any goals or anything you're doing. And it's okay to take some days off. So I want you to take that first step towards unshakable mental resilience today. So let's do a quick recap of some key strategies, right? Understanding mental resilience. Recognize common obstacles. I think that's really big, right? So developing a resilient mindset. Adopt a growth mindset and practice self-compassion. Building resilience through daily habits. Incorporate mindfulness into your routine and establish a strong support network. Real life applications. Learn from your setbacks and stay committed to your goals. And it's okay to have setbacks. Just jump back in it. So what's next for you? How about a call to action? Already kind of gave you one a little bit, but start small. This week, choose one resilience, building a habit from today's video, whether it's practicing mindfulness for 10 minutes a day or reaching out to someone in your support network, and commit to it. Small steps lead to big changes over time. I will also throw out the one that I mentioned previously. Go back over the past day or week. What were some obstacles you faced that you didn't overcome, or that small as they were, that maybe set you back, that you could have handled differently? And what could you do to handle them differently the next time? Analyze them, learn from them, and the next time you face them, you're going to be better for it. All right. So remember, again, every journey starts with a single step. Take that first step today, and you're going to start building mental resilience. It's all on your awesome journey to personal growth and living that life you love. So here's another call to action. Subscribe for more personal tips. If you found value in today's video, make sure to subscribe or share it with someone. You'll get more personal growth tips. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss an update. We're here for you. I want every one of you to live a happy and successful life. I'm going to continue making videos. I'm going to start making short videos. I'm going to start posting on social media too. I just want to spread as much knowledge as I have and keep gaining to everyone else out there. And if I help just one or two people, totally worth it for me. This is also getting me out of my comfort zone. So this is part of my personal growth journey. So you're kind of following along as I'm doing this and getting this stuff out there. So it's pretty cool. But I promise you, I want every one of you to live a happy and successful life, because what everyone needs out there is you and people like you being happy and spreading that joy. So thank you for tuning in. I truly love you guys. Until next time, keep growing and living your life next level.